Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Emmy here. Welcome to the Emmy experience. Okay. Hello everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for clicking on my face. I hope I didn't disappoint. I'm trying to come at you big because we're talking about the biggest sign on the motherfucking planet. That's sad, baby. I love Sagittarius energy. I love Sagittarius energy. They hurt. It hurts. But I keep coming back. I keep coming back. Today, we're just gonna keep it rolling with the moon series. But first, if y'all aren't familiar with what the moon represents in astrology, it really just gives you the best understanding of how a person is, like their internal self, and also how they process their emotions. This is the most accurate description of like how they feel comfortable, how they react to things in general. Like this is a really good way to like just get in the mind of whoever you're trying to understand. Also does show a lot about like your inner self, your shadow self, past lives even, but that's a different topic. Just like what people don't normally see right away. It also does describe like how you feel comfort and how you feel like what makes you feel comfortable and your love languages. I mean, it's not just the moon that shows your love languages, but this is definitely one of those placements that does show how you want to connect with somebody on an emotional level. Venus and Mercury also, I feel like, have a play in that as well. And yeah, so a Sagittarius moon. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, which means that y'all got this big energy. Y'all have this big motherfucking energy. Okay. Also, like you guys have like a really big like energy, and like Jupiter was the king of the gods, or the king of the gods, right? Or the god of the gods, the god of something like that. He was the jefe. He was the big boss. So y'all just exuberate this big ass motherfucking energy. Like y'all are just so adventurous, free-spirited, true to yourself. You just love to travel. Like Sagittarius placements are just very fun, and you're so optimistic, and you see the big picture. Like you don't worry about small details because you know there's something bigger on your side. Like Jupiter is also like it's a lucky planet, so you just might feel like things just kind of work out for you, like as long as you're putting that good motherfucking intention and that good attitude out there. That's kind of what you get. And like you kind of try to have that mindset unless somebody says something stupid. Y'all don't like that. You do not like that, and you're not afraid to let people know that you don't like that. When you walk into a room, people feel you. You guys are very confident. Confident to the point where you could be arrogant. This is very masculine energy in a way. Like I feel like it's very fluid. Like I would say Sagittarius is fluid, but it has like a dominance to it, and it has like an alpha-ness to it, not necessarily like masculine, but it's very top dog. People want to be around you. You're very like magnetic or like magnetite, like because you're just fun to be around. It's like it's very charming, but it's like kind of like a Libra, but you're not afraid to speak your mind. So it's like people either really love you or they really don't. But even the people who don't love you like want you to love them because you're just that guy existing, being that guy. Yeah, I feel like so Sagittarius is ruled by the 9th house. The 9th house rules culture. It rules knowing new things, long distance travel. You guys might even notice that you have a lot of friends who grew up differently than you, maybe in a different state, different country, different religion, different cultural backgrounds. You just enjoy like talking to people who just have different experiences than you, and just like being around that and like expanding your perspective. That's why you like travel. That's why you like psychology and spirituality or religion, whatever it is that you follow. But even if you don't follow it, you still have an interest in learning it. Like this sign just loves to learn new information. You probably really like food, or like trying different kinds of food. Like you're just up for anything. Like, oh, I've never had like Burmese food, I would love to try it. Like, you know, just like expanding your mind, like trying something different. Yeah, you're just really interested in like how life works, and you understand that life is treating everybody differently. So yeah, you just enjoy that. Yeah, and travel. You guys are really into traveling. You guys are pretty spontaneous, like you're not afraid to just like get up and like move or just get up and do something. You might have a lot of like, not escapism, but it's just like, damn, like what if I just moved? Or like, what if I just did this? I mean, so not everybody probably acts on it, depends on the rest of your chart. But I feel like most people that you meet that are like, oh, I just did this and I did that and I did that, they tend to have like Gemini or like Sag placements. Another thing, y'all are so blunt. You guys are so honest. Honest, beautiful. It's beautiful. But approach is all about the approach, okay? You can be honest and you can say how you feel. Communication, yes, do it. Yes. Healthy boundaries, do it. Yes. We're here for that. But at the expense of others, not everybody is not emotional. And you don't know who's emotional. I mean, maybe you do. You just don't give a shit. Because you're just like, if you get hurt, you get like, why are you getting all sad? If you want to get all sad, like, I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. What am I supposed to do? Yeah, you guys have no problem hurting somebody's feelings. And that's not fair to other people. So just being mindful of that. Like your approach, you can still be honest and you can still say how you feel. Just try to be mindful of other people's feelings and just like watch how more harmonious your life becomes. Also, this is definitely a placement that hates when people bring things up from the past. Don't tell a Sagittarius moon or any Sagittarius placement that you're over something just to bring it up 3 months later. Like, what the fuck is that? It's like, I thought we were, because you guys are always thinking forward. You don't really dwell on the past because you're always just like thinking about the next thing. So to bring back, it's like, what? Excuse me, like I haven't even thought of that because I'm moving forward. And maybe I need to move forward without you. You know? Moving, I think since I just talked about moving and like trying other places, you might have, this won't resonate with everybody. Comment down below if it does. But you might have even moved around a lot, like whether it was like, or changed houses, or you could have just like moved states, moved countries. Comment down below if that does resonate with you. Not everybody will have that. I understand. It depends on the house your moon is in. Y'all don't like boring. You do not like boring people. You don't like boring people, which is great. I don't like boring people either. Okay. Nicki Minaj. Now I was asleep and I woke up because I used to talk a lot of shit about Nicki. It's not, okay, not that I talked a lot of shit. I was just never really a fan, nor did I care for her. And I don't know if it's because I moved to New York and she's from here, but like, she is iconic. Everything she says, like she has a lot of good lines. And I don't know if I just wasn't listening or just like wasn't listening to her because I had whatever idea, but I am a Barb now. I understand why people go hard for her because her lines are all like iconic, but I bring her up because she is a Sag sun and a Sag Mercury. Mercury rules communication and she writes her own shit. And that's why she has all these lines that are just like, I don't know what that was, that are just so, como se dice, brilliant because she has a Sag Mercury and a Sag sun. But I bring this up because y'all are funny and like everything you say is iconic. Example, Nicki Minaj. Y'all are just funny. You're funny, you love good banter, you love to be witty, love to crack jokes, like you know how to like have a good time. And you're enjoyable to be around. Now let's get to something serious, okay? And you know what that is? Freedom. Now listen to me good. There's one thing besides themselves that Sagittarius anything's love, and that is their freedom. Do not compromise their freedom. You will lose them. Don't start nagging them. Don't start asking them where they are. Don't start doing all that because you will lose them. It's not that they're non-committal, but they don't like commitment. They can commit, they just don't like commitment because they value their freedom so much. So it's like you have to really be worth them giving up their freedom, because regardless, like it's going to be giving up their freedom. So like being in a relationship or like getting close to someone or like trying to be close to someone, like, so you just have to have that respect for their emotions and like their like need for freedom. And like this is not the type of person that's going to want to like do everything with you. And like if you're a couple like merge, you know how it's them so there's you know how there's some of those couples who just do everything together. Yeah, they're not the sign to do that. They want to be with you and love you and whatever, but also like have their own lives, so with their own friends, and like you have your own, like they want to be able to be their own person still and have their own like free will and agency. They also want someone that's like down to like be fun too. Like they want someone that's going to, but they can't be the only one with the fun ideas. Like they can't, because they don't really like to plan like that either. So it's like it can't just be them all the time. So I mean, it depends on the rest of your chart too, but you get my drift. You just gotta trust them and like give them their space. That's really important. Trust and space. Those are their love languages. Give them their, and there's all things that you're doing for them, you know? So give them the trust and give them space. If you try to do that possessive shit, you will lose them. Another thing, they're just like very optimistic. I think I did touch on that a little bit, but you just know that things are going to work out for you. I don't know if it's like you guys believe in a higher, I mean, I'm sure you guys do believe in like your own religion or spirituality. Like this is definitely a placement that has some sort of spiritual belief, and this is definitely a sign that might turn to knowledge or try to bury themselves in something new to distract themselves. You don't like to focus on your emotions. You rather do something that's fun or like you rather just do something than to really sit with your emotions. I think that makes you feel uncomfortable, but also it can be very like dramatic with your emotions. Like I feel like all fire moons, they have the tendency to kind of be like a kid throwing a like a fit and like just like being like very like over dramatic and like explosive with it. Not always, you know, but like they're gonna react. You guys are also like don't like to be wrong, or excuse me, it's not that you don't like to be wrong, you're never wrong, right? You're never wrong. And that's also a thing that like causes a lot of problems for you, because you see your opinion as fact. Now because you see your opinion as fact, you have this like big energy and you're very blunt, and I don't think you realize how harsh you sound sometimes. So you tend to over assert yourself and you try to like push your opinions onto other people. I have my moon in the 9th house in Taurus though, so I understand that it's like my opinions is the only opinion. It's in Taurus too, like I'm fucking stubborn as shit, but like your opinions are fact, and like what you're emotionally connected to or how you see the world, like your perspective is the right perspective in your mind. You can get like kind of protective or defensive over that. It can lead to an argument, or it might make an argument last longer because of this. In general though, you guys like just don't really care about what people like say or have to say or think of. Like you just don't care. So there's that. I already kind of touched on this, but you guys are very blunt, which is great because you're very honest. Like this is a very honest sign. Like this is like in a relationship or in a friendship, like this is someone that's always going to like tell you the truth and give you their opinion. They're not gonna bullshit you. But it's like not everybody sees the world that way. Some people need the fluff, some people are sensitive, and like being mindful of that and like having a little bit more empathy, I think is something that's going to help you be an even more well-rounded person. Try to say things in a calmer, like just really be mindful of your approach when you say things. Another thing is don't ever, like, if you try to argue with this placement, you will not win. They love to argue, and they can argue, and they will out argue you. They will out argue you. So yeah, they're not afraid to hurt your feelings, so they will win an argument. They will go there and not even realize they went there, because they just get like, they're competitive like that. They're just competitive and they will go there. So just be mindful of that. This is a placement that wants the best for themselves. They're afraid of becoming boring people, and they always want to learn something new and adapt and like change their surrounding, or like they just like, if they're going to be in a relationship with someone, they need someone that they know is going to be down for an adventure, and not just like sustainability and like routine and like mundane. Like they don't see the world that way, and they want someone that can like also have this free-spirited and like adventurous, open-minded perspective. Also like really good at manifesting things, because I think it's just like you're ruled by Jupiter and like this attraction, like law of attract, like you know what you want, and you're always like being very optimistic. Sometimes you can be too optimistic, like the fool card in tarot. I'll show you it, but you know, the guy's on the cliff and he has a flower and he's only focusing on the flower, or the non-binary, like I feel like it's a non-binary person, to be honest, but they are on the cliff only looking at the flower, and even this dog behind them is like, yo, you need to chill, and you're just like, no, life is great, even though you're about to fall off this cliff. So it's like sometimes, you know, it can bite you in the butt, but all the times it's like, because you know things are going to work out for you, it tends to. You're just like very lucky because you just see the world in that way, and it's like you have like this energy of like attracting what you want into your life, because you just naturally vibrate on a receiving, I see the best for me vibration that makes it easy for you, or makes that energy easy to come into your life, and like whatever you're trying to manifest come into your life. So look into visualization and manifestation, journaling, 369 method, doing things like that, and just watch. Like if you put a little bit more intention to what you want for yourself, like it's gonna be there. It's already here. It's there. It's right now. It's happening. The last thing I want to say is I feel like this placement doesn't like monogamy, or might have like an open marriage, or if they do get married, or just like you might even like, even if you do monogamy, like you might find yourself like when you were single or when you were dating, like dating a lot of different people, and like everyone you were dating was like completely different. Like you had one person that you enjoyed because you guys were foodies together, and you had one person that like made you laugh, and you had one person that like always wanted to go dancing, and one person that like just like stimulated your mind. So kind of seeing like why be with one person? Like you don't like boring, you don't like routine, you don't like things that are being predictable. So like what is less predictable than like dating a bunch of different kinds of people? Yeah, you like that. Yeah, I think I was losing it at the end. I'm getting a little tired, I'm not gonna lie to you. But that was my interpretation of a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius. Fun fact, Sagittarius, it rules the thighs, baby. Thick. I feel like all Sagittariuses I know are thick. That's what we like to hear. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you have a Sag moon, know anybody with a Sag moon, did I miss anything? Did this resonate for you? Comment down below, let me know. And if you were feeling the vibes, please hit subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. We're moving on to Capricorn, and yeah, have a good night.